afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on CNC3 and the TVC Radio Network. I am Bhavita Gopal-Chan. Thank you so much for joining us. Top of the news at this time. Public Utilities Minister Barry Padarath will immediately scrutinize existing purchasing agreements with both national and multinational power generation companies, including Trinidad Generation Unlimited and PowerGen. This action comes as duties related to power generation were shifted from Energy Minister Dr. Rudal Munilal on Saturday. Minister Padarath says he will be looking to maximize profits for the state-owned companies.
There will be an immediate review of the current power purchase agreements, but also how do you utilize the excess power that is on the grid that essentially can become commercially viable and can bring in additional revenue if you partner. So there are a number of proposals. I know that is before NGC and a few others that we can partner with them to see how we can turn the excess power on the grid into revenue generating measures.
Padarath also outlined plans to boost power production in Tobago. He said government is working with the Tobago House of Assembly to ensure that this takes place.
Something that we've been speaking with the chairman of TNTEC and the team have been visiting Tobago regularly. There are some challenges here. We have met with the chief secretary and the secretary Pollard, who is secretary for public utilities. There's a much needed upgrade of the facilities, the TNTEC facilities at Cove, as well as generally on the island. And it is something that we are working with the THA on right now.
Padarath was speaking to CNC3 News last night while attending Ramlila celebrations at Dal Village in California. Well, Movement for Social Justice political leader David Abdullah says the recent portfolio reassignments announced by Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisasa are raising questions about government's direction and efficiency, as he warned that the upcoming national budget will be a critical test of the new administration's credibility and competence. On CNC3's The Morning Brew program, Abdullah said while some of the reassignments make sense, others appeared confusing and politically motivated.
I don't know why the Prime Minister's office now has so many new responsibilities. For example, home improvement grants, housing and village improvement, self-help housing. I don't know why those have now been added to the Prime Minister's responsibility. I think that doesn't make sense.
Well, on the national budget expected later this month, Abdullah described it as one of the most consequential in recent history, coming at a time of economic strain and public uncertainty. He announced that the People's Roundtable, an initiative he leads, will release its own set of budget proposals this week.
This budget is consequential because it is the first by this government. So it's the first by a new Minister of Finance in 10 years. And given all of the campaign promises by the UNC, as well as what everybody knew before the elections and which they have now come around to accept, the country's financial situation is not good.
Abdullah also weighed in on recent U.S. drone strikes targeting suspected drug traffickers in the Southern Caribbean, condemning what he described as a violation of international law. Now, the president of the Trinidad and Tobago National Nurses Association, Edie Stewart, says nurses have been patient while living on 2013 salaries, even as the cost of living continues to soar. Stewart, who is speaking on CNC3's The Morning Brew program, said the membership has been lobbying to bring their negotiations up to date, as he says the current salaries of nurses are woefully inadequate. He adds that the association will be more aggressive concerning negotiations.
We need to move our 2013 salaries to 2025 living perspective. We will be going very strongly in terms of negotiations and demanding negotiations resume for our nursing and midwifery personnel. Really and truly, it is really insulting for nursing and midwifery personnel to be paid the salaries that we currently receive in 2025. It's totally unacceptable.
Stewart is hoping to see the issues of wage negotiations, including salary increases, settled in the upcoming budget.
We would definitely want to see clear indication within the budget that provisions have been made for an increase in salary and sensible increase, because we have been, unfortunately, because we are under the wider public sector, our salaries have really remained suppressed compared to some of the other professions that we work alongside.
The budget date is yet to be announced. To news of crime now. Police are probing the murder of a man in La Hakata last night. Police say officers of the La Hakata police station were on patrol around 10 when they received a report of a man lying on De Freitas Boulevard near the Wassa pump station. On arrival, officers found the man's body with gunshot wounds to his head. The man has only been identified by his nickname Shorto and is believed to be from the neighborhood. Meanwhile, a 27-year-old member of the Defence Force was robbed of his car, along with several Defence Force-issued equipment, including a bulletproof vest and uniform. The incident occurred in Columbia last night. Police say the soldier and a hairdresser were sitting in his vehicle on Marshall Trace around 11 when they were confronted by two gunmen. The bandits stole $1,500 in cash from the hairdresser before stealing the keys to the car and driving off. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back with Sport News. Don't go anywhere.
Tile Depot Diwali sale on now. Stunning floors at dazzling prices. 12 by 12, $750. 17 by 17, $975. 18 by 18, $995. 20 by 20, $15.95. And 22 by 22, only $20. Visit Tile Depot Limited today at Badney Chase Village. Call 234-4402.
Vasu Agarbatti incense sticks offer a bold aromatic fragrance in a variety of scents for all your religious, worship and meditational needs. Made from the highest quality ingredients for a long-lasting botanical scent. Choose from a variety of options to suit your spiritual and meditational needs. Let the vibrancy of Vasu Agarbatti fill your home with its wonderful aroma and calming effects. Available at supermarkets, puja and variety stores nationwide.
Get the best in affordable eyewear. Frames with blue filter lenses and eye exam, $399. Single vision lenses with transitions on designer frames, $799. Progressive transitions with designer frames, $1,399. Happening only at Seaview Optical. Affordable eye care for everyone.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Millions of people are attacked by harmful mouth bacteria. The root cause of bad breath, gum problems, cavities, plaque, and tartar. That's why Colgate combined the best science and technology in Colgate Total. Unlike others, its superior formula fights bacteria and creates a powerful protective barrier for up to 24 hours to prevent them from coming back. Take control of your oral health with Colgate Total.
In sport, Trinidad and Tobago head coach Dwight York has picked his team for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers away to Bermuda and Curacao. The former Man U forward made 4 changes to the 26-man squad that faced Jamaica and Curacao in September. They are Isaiah Lee, Molly Khan, Jabari Price and Deron Payne. They replace Kaim Thomas, Darnell Hospitalis, Marvin Phillip and Isaiah Garcia. The Soca Warriors will play Bermuda on Friday. Then they travel to Curacao to play that country's national team on October 14th. Well, USA finished top of Group E and progressed to the knockout stage of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup despite losing 2-1 to South Africa yesterday in Chile. Well, USA took the lead, all finish on 6 points, but USA won the group via goal difference with South Africa second. France also qualified for the knockout stage. That's it for sport. It's back to a break.
At CTS College Private Secondary School, we understand that every student learns differently. This is why we provide them with the freedom to choose their ideal workload. With full-time and part-time classes delivered face-to-face and online, and dedicated teachers to help them reach their academic goals. We also provide regular updates to students and parents. Plus, we have affordable rates and flexible payment terms. Enroll today at CTS College.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800 TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800 TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry, premier insurance coverage for less.
Millions of people are attacked by harmful mouth bacteria. The root cause of bad breath, gum problems, cavities, plaque, and tartar. That's why Colgate combined the best science and technology in Colgate Total. Unlike others, its superior formula fights bacteria and creates a powerful protective barrier for up to 24 hours to prevent them from coming back. Take control of your oral health with Colgate Total.
Science calls it AMPK, your body's built-in system for burning fat, balancing blood sugar, and fueling energy. Berberine Plus naturally supports AMPK, helping you feel better, live better, be better. Available at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Berberine Plus, powerful results naturally.
Regionally, Guyanese media houses have reported just a short while ago that recently elected opposition leader and prominent businessman Azruddin Mohammed and his father Nizar Mohammed have been indicted in the United States on 11 criminal charges, including wire fraud, gold smuggling, and money laundering. The case was filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida, with each charge carrying up to 20 years in prison. Both men were sanctioned in 2024 by the U.S. Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control for alleged large-scale corruption and illicit gold exports. The indictment marks a major escalation in the U.S. government's scrutiny of the Mohammed family, whose business empire spans gold, construction, and fuel operations in Guyana. More details are expected as the case proceeds in Florida. Meanwhile, after a decade in the making, the much-anticipated new Dearara River Bridge has finally been opened. Officially named the Dearara River Bridge, the 2.9-kilometer structure is built to last a century, replacing the aging bridge that has served Guyana for decades. Thousands of citizens and international visitors gathered to witness the historic opening, walking across its entire length. President Dr. Irfan Ali hailed the project as a symbol of progress and the dawn of a new era of transformation for the country. After less than a month on the job, French Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu has resigned. He made the announcement a while ago, hours after unveiling his new cabinet. Lecornu blamed endless party divisions and egos in Parliament. Both the left and right blasted his cabinet as a betrayal of his promise for change. Markets fell as plans for Tuesday's budget vote collapsed. Political scientists say it is now up to President Macron to decide whether to dissolve Parliament or call for new presidential elections. Well, it's now time to join Jean-Marc Rampersad with the weather forecast.
We had another scorching start to the day with a few cloudy periods developing by midday. Just one or two isolated showers are expected to develop, with the low chance of the odd heavy afternoon shower favoring northern Trinidad. Looking a bit further east, there are a few showers approaching TNT, but that's expected to get here late tonight and into tomorrow, possibly breaking the recent trend of hot and sunny mornings. There's also a strong tropical wave in the central Atlantic being monitored by the National Hurricane Center and has a medium to high chance of development and may even result in a wet second half of the week for us.
Well, thank you for joining us for a look at the day's developments so far. We'll have these stories and so much more coming up for you in our Midday Newscast at 7 p.m. today. Until then, have a great day.
क्या होती उतरन